news, new tracks like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes. Fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode. My name is TradeFly. I'm bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use. It is an absolute bloody mess out there today. I know some of you are hurting. I know you are. But you know what? We have been here before. We have been here before, and I'm going to give you some technicals. If you've been watching the show, I'm going to show you that we are par for the course, my friends. Now, I know it's different economic situations, times, whatever you want to say there, but we still haven't even pulled back as far as one of our previous ranges as we've been making this move to the upside. So we'll take a look at that. Here nor there, though, it is ugly out there. It is ugly, and if you guys are invested in altcoins, I know you're feeling the pain, and I feel for you. I have been slowly adding to some bags, and we got some key levels. We'll revisit those. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing them, but you know, I'm not just here to show you hopium. I'm trying to give you a plan too, right? Like I don't want to give you moon boy, doom boy. I want to take a step back. I want to be smart about it, and I want to treat it as an investment. And one of the things that you do when you're investing typically, you know, in the traditional markets with an IRA or 401k is what? You DCA in, right? You keep DCA in. You bring that cost basis down. When times are tough, it's not when you give up. I know that everyone's situation is different. I know that some people have gone heavier at times and may not have any dry capital and may not have any money that they allocate every month to kind of changing up and being more dynamic in the way that they invest. But that's why you're here. That truly is why you're here. Because we can't all be, you know, professional scalpers. We can't be professional day traders. The biggest thing for me is to articulate to you guys how to be smart in that approach. Learn the lessons that I've learned. Maybe there's lessons you're learning right now. Maybe this is your first cycle. Maybe this is your first time experiencing, you know, being upside down in crypto. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And honestly, like, it is not all doom and gloom. All right. Like there's a path. There's a path. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. But here nor there, I'm gonna say what's up to the homies, all right? I know that was a little doom and gloomy, but we got my man DDT in the chat. What up to you, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Hart, what up, homie? How you doing? Good to see you. We got my man username in the chat. What up to you, bro? Why does everybody's names look different? There's like numbers associated with everyone's names. Is that just me? That's some weird stuff going on in there. Everybody's got like, it's all like actually like printed all the way out. That's weird. Anyways, maybe it's glitching. Who else we got here? We got my man JR. What up to you, bro? Good to see you. Let's read some of these. What do we got here? I didn't do bad today. Only lost $50 attending some knife catches. Yeah, man. Like if you're fishing, like there's a plan there, right? There is a strategy that you're implementing. It's probably low leverage, or maybe it's high because it's low capital, right? So like, you know that when you're putting $50 into that, like it's like going to the crap table. Like it's $50, maybe $40 a roll, you know, or maybe a blackjack hand, whatever the case may be. Like there's no more $20 hands anymore, that's for sure. But like it's a calculated, you know, risk. Like if you're trying to catch a knife, like, you know, the odds are not in your favor. But you know, when we get into these times, like this is why I start preaching, like you have to be dynamic. Like you cannot just be like a one-trick pony in this game. And so if you're truly trying to invest in an asset like long-term, then one, you should probably just be doing DCA the entire time. Like real talk, like if this is a 10 to 20 year plan to you, trading's probably not your game. I'm probably not your guy in terms of the everyday content. I will preach to you DCA. And if you come to the Discord, like I'm gonna give it to you real. I told a guy, Pierre, in the Discord last week, I was like, this is probably not for you, brother. Like, real talk, you're better served taking that money that you invest into the discords that you're in and just DCA in. Because trading, it's not for everyone. And if you don't have the patience, if you can't keep the emotions in check, then I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. Like, I'm probably gonna keep it more real with you than most of the dudes around here. They're just gonna be like, hey, yeah, come on, do my course. Come to my Discord. As long as I get that premium money, and hopefully you forget, because it keeps on ringing every month. You know, no, that's not my game, man. That's not what I'm about. Honestly, like, it's crossed my mind to go through and like get certified as a financial advisor so that, you know, I can do something different. Like, I can sit down with you and legally lay out a game plan for you and help you through the process and doing it the correct way and the conservative way. And maybe we get rid of a little bit of that DGen. I mean, we can still have our DGen fun. We can have our DGen pot, but that's money that we've allocated to be done with. It's that money you plan to go to Vegas with. It's that money that you spend on dumb stuff anyways, right? Like, that's where I want to get people. And it really is important to me. Because I don't like seeing, you know, the sentiment where it's at. I don't like seeing people upside down in trades. Like, that's never something I want to see. But there's also money to be made, and this is why I fell in love with trading. When you go through bear markets, I'm not saying this is, and when you go through these downturns, like, you can make money on the way down. So, like, when we go back to the bear market, when we went from the 2021 high, like, I made money. I was actually profitable. Like, I think it was like, I can't remember, it was like $17,000 to $19,000, somewhere around there. I was profitable on the way down. And that's why I truly fell in love with trading. Like, I'm like, hold up. I can't not just lower the cost basis, like, I can make money here. And that was big for me. But, like, again, we gotta do it the right way. We gotta be conservative in our approach. That's why you see me, when I find a level, like, let's say Ethereum, for instance, right? There's a couple things that we talked about with Ethereum, and I'm sorry I'm rambling on and I'm dragging on, but I think it's all super important. I don't need a chart for this. Just listen. We found a key level, 28 to 2,900. I sung that level for a really long time, months. I went back and fact checked myself. I've been talking about it since Bitcoin or Ethereum was up over $4,000. I was talking about 28 to 2,900. Tail end of summer. So I was looking at that level, but what I had to recognize initially, I was like, oh, this could be a really good swing trade. In the Discord, I modified that TP level. I went in later and I was like, hey, I need to update this. And why did I need to update that? Because then I had to take into consideration that structure had formed, right? I might be calling a level. I might be looking at a horizontal level that I think is well within play, but the structure was telling me that I don't want to take a long position past that level. Like, I should TP at that level at minimum, right? Take that initial off the table at a minimum, because the probability when you start having structure that has a series of lower highs and lower lows is pretty distinct channel on Bitcoin, at least. The probability is that you'll probably see a rejection. Not only did we see a rejection, but we saw a rejection with a continuation for Bitcoin. It's now making a lower low. So, like, that is one of the things, like, you need to really take into consideration when you're looking at getting into some of these trades, right? Like, it's part of the process, it's part of the game. And, like, I'm hoping I can be a piece of that equation for you. I am. All right. Let's see who else we got in the chat. If I do not call you guys by the right name, I'm telling you right now, this thing is tripping. Like, it's got all kinds of different names for people. I don't know what is going on, but Blackie Chan, what up to you, bro? How you doing? We got the Django. What up to you, man? How you doing? We got Army Piper, Hootie Hoo. What up, man? How you doing? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Much love to you. Much love. That's my homie. All right, hooty hoo. You know, oh, gold tooth in my smile got to keep me out the ghetto, but I'm still buck wild. Buckle up. I can't say the rest. I'll get in trouble. All right. Al Jr., what up, man? I'm long now. Al be cracking me up, man. He comes in here slanging some bars. He's always like, damp it, damp it. This is actually the first time I've seen him. He's like, I'm long. Full send, baby. I love it. All right, let's go. I don't think we're gonna do a daily degen today. Let's just go over to the bubbles. Let's go check those guys out real quick here. And yeah, man, it's a little red out there. Zek, it's up 5.2%. Adam, this is kind of interesting. Adam, last cycle, this is not looking good. My green screen there, you guys probably can't tell all that much, but I can. If I point it out to you, you can probably see it. Right around there. That's annoying. Anyways, so let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna try one thing real quick because that is gonna annoy the piss out of me. Studio light. There you go. Fixed it. Let's go. So Adam, it was inversing Bitcoin a lot last cycle, especially when it was going in through the bear market. There's a lot of times, like especially when it would start to consolidate, you would see kind of Bitcoin bouncing around a little bit, consolidating, and Adam would just seem to like be moving to the inverse almost every time. I don't know if there's any bullish news there. I have no idea, but yeah, man, it's a little red out there. It's a little red. It's not crazy though. One of the things I was talking about the other day was that because Bitcoin dominance is not shooting through the roof, you're not seeing this huge like divergence in terms of the altcoins just getting smashed, where they're moving exponential in comparison to Bitcoin. Like it's almost like paralleled right now. And Bitcoin dominance is something you should really just keep an eye on, because that could, man, did I lose music too? Man, this thing is just tripping. Why have I lost music? There we go. We're back. So let's get over to the total market cap sitting at 2.96 trillion. We have lost the big, the round, the juicy $3 trillion, unfortunately. Fear and greed index sitting at extreme fear at 15. Altcoin season is Dunskies, according to this chart. Bitcoin 87,299. That is down 3.67%. Ethereum is down 3.75%, sitting at 2873. I saw that pretty low, man. I saw that on the bottom end of 28. But we have been talking about that level quite a bit. BNB getting, I mean, it was up over 1,000, but it's only down 1.65% over the day. XRP at a nice round $2 mark right now. Let's, I think we're gonna skip-see-do on that one. I'm gonna bring me up real quick, and I'm gonna pop out the chat. Transparent to you guys, but it'll help me so I can keep track of you guys, especially username. We gotta keep an eye on username. You know my man is a wild man. All right, there we go. So we got that up. Let's go on over to the no, you know what? F the economic counter. Why? Because they just keep kicking the can down the road. They don't want to give us any data at all. But let's we'll look at the heat map. Looking at the heat map, we did have some liquidity come in. You crazy bastards. I don't know what's wrong with you. Price comes down, and all of a sudden we get a nice little bounce. And what do? They pile in. They pile in, and then they get trapped. They go these long, there are these high leverage plays, stop losses are all below, and I was part of that. The difference between me and them is, okay, cool, we came down, we dipped into that liquidity. I was like, all right, we have a level that I've been looking at. We got our bounce, right? And then everyone piles in, but I'm like, no, I gotta respect the trend. All right, so in, out, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna take my dub, and I will take this like Tony Gwynn, all right? Problem is they all pile in and they stay in, and what happens is they round trip it. And this is the exact thing. Now we're talking trading, okay? We're talking more like intraday type deals. This happens all the time. And you guys hear me all the freaking time. I say respect the structure, right? Respect it. Put some respect on it. So again, we go up, we get rejected, we come down, round trip. So all these people that were looking good, feeling good, they didn't take that money, they didn't take the profit, and now they got stopped out or liquidated. That's the game that's played. So where could you have gotten in here if you were looking at Bitcoin? And very simply, even I mean, you could almost trade off of this sometimes. Look at this, nice little V, right? You got that horizontal, perfect breakout retest right there off that horizontal, and you had a previous area of support that coincided with that. I mean, frick, 90,000 was money. But you take that up and then you're looking, okay, cool. I see another nice little horizontal right there. Like, dude, I traded Ethereum yesterday, but for Bitcoin, if you would have came up to this horizontal, so basically from here at about 90K to here, and I got the benefit of hindsight, I understand that. About 92, all right, 91.9, some change there. The game's over. The game is over if you're trading, for me. It's conservative in, conservative out. So that would have been a nice little move for you on Bitcoin, at least. Obviously, benefit of hindsight, just looking at the liquidation heat map. But this is what I talk about all the time, man. Look at how hot it got. Of course it's coming back to grab that liquidity. Of course it's coming back. Y'all you teed them up. You put the fillets down there. They said, all right, you guys want to put fillets down there, we'll go get it. Pac-Man loves his liquidity. All right. Let's look at the chart for Bitcoin. I mean, this is what I'm talking about right here with the structure. Okay, so the lower highs, lower lows, very clear. I'm not trying to fight that, to be honest with you. So if you take any long, it should be short-lived. I would say even, you know, best case scenario right now is that you go up to about 98. And even now it gets tougher because you formed a little range here before you broke down. So, I mean, it just gets tougher and tougher. Where am I looking at now? Like, where's the next area of interest for me? It's further down, and we've talked about it a few times. Let me make this a little bit smaller. It's just taking up a lot of the screen. Let me update the colors. I'm not really sure why that happened. I probably took it down. I was probably doing some testing on something at some point. That's what I do. I nerd out. All right, there you go. That looks better. Let's go ahead and bring it over. We are on the daily. So yeah, I mean, the key area I'm looking at right now is down here between $78,000 and $83,000. You have the median of the channel that goes back to 2021. I've talked about that ad nauseum here. High to high, swing low, 2021. That's where the channel is derived from. Comes all the way down. And then look, man, you come up, it's an area where you see rejections, and it's an area where you come back down, retest it, and you see continuation, right? So it has been important. You can see that we stayed on top of it for quite some time and really just rode it. We just rode the top of that channel. We made some good money on Piper Academy with that. Ultimately, breakout, retest, continuation down, all the way down, right to the median. Right to the median. Now that did have confluence, right? This is a beautiful spot. Had confluence because you had the top of the range. You know, and let me go back here, right? We were hoping for, well, we did get a little bounce. We got a little bounce. But we were hoping, hey, 618, 618, 618, right? Let's continue what we've seen before. And then we had a pretty similar pullback in terms of the price, right? I measured that out for you on the last one, but we can do that again for those that are new. Date and price range. All right, so let's go here to here. And this is going to be rough. I'm not gnat's assing it. So 32%. Let's go high to low. 32% almost. I think one of them was 34% actually, but here nor there. It's all good. Close enough, right? For government work. And where are we at? This is your hopium for the day, folks. This is your hopium for the day. All we've done is repeat it, what we've seen before. Swing high, swing low, 32%. Swing high, swing low, 32%. Swing high, swing low. And it looks very, very similar to this one. Very aggressive in the pullback, and we ultimately recovered and set a new high. So, I mean, you think in terms of institutional investment, right? Like, where are they going to want to jump in? Right there. Now, I will say, looking at this, probably less volume. Let's see. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I mean, there's a little volume coming in, right? You can see it's more than the median, so there is some bigger money moving in or out. You never know what it is. But here, you could definitely see, you know, volume picking up. So there's actually less volume here. That actually makes you a little bit nervous. And the macroeconomic situation is definitively different between here and here. There is no doubt about that. We are, I mean, there's a good argument to say that we are in a recession. They're just not telling you that we're in a recession. And I would lean to say that Piper would probably tell you that, yeah, that what's happening from a macroeconomic perspective would lean towards being in a recession. They just don't want to say it, man. When they say it, then shit gets weird. Sorry for cursing. But I mean, who, like, literally, they want to be the president that is in a recession, and that I think, and they're just gonna blame the prior president anyway. That's what they do, especially when they switch parties. But anyways, so let me get rid of this real quick just because it's in my way. A little bit of hopium here, right? It would only be a little bit more of a retracement, 78 to 83,000, median of the channel. You do have a horizontal down here from the top of this range as well. If you were to get support in that area, you would be setting a higher low if that is the true pivot. If that is the true pivot, you would be setting a higher low. So is it all over? I can't say that it's all over. It's definitely not where I wanted to come, like, visit. This is not where I want to be. I won't BS you there. And I mean, look at it. I mean, that's just in itself is yuck. No strength. None. Just dying. Slow, painful, agonizing. Undertaker-like death. All right, so I mean, there's a small bit of hopium come down, hopefully get a bounce out of this area. But if you were to jump in, let's go back to how I started this. Do not fight the freaking structure, please. Do not. If you're longing out of this area, understand what you're seeing. Series of higher highs, or correction, lower highs, lower lows, right? It's very clear. So for me, I'm not looking anything past probably about 90K, right in this area. What was support shall be resistance. That's how the game works. All right, so you don't want it to continue this pattern of ping pong and back and forth in this channel and then coming down and liquidating you or stopping you out. How do you continue to play the game? You get out. You get out where there should be a resistance, theoretically, right? It's just a probability. You get out, and then you wait for a breakout retest. Yes, you can continue to play the game. It's fun. So what happens there? One, you're gonna break out of the channel. You're gonna come up, most likely, retest that area, and then I'll say test that area. And then you're looking for bullish structure to come in here, right? Long wick, body, and then you're looking for that continuation back up. But then again, even when you see that, you got to be careful because it may consolidate in this area. So again, staying conservative, right? I'm trying to get rid of this one little guy here. Oh gosh, I knew it was gonna happen. What are you doing? This little guy. He's not gonna go away. He is the most stubborn little dot of all time. I love it. I actually respect this little dot for doing what he's doing right now. I can't get it. All right, screw it. I'll get that after the episode. Anyways, so if you want to stay in that, cool. Like cool, you're gonna take it up, cool, we're done skis. And then let's say it breaks through. You can play the game again. It's okay. You can do the same thing all the way up, and then you're just losing a little spot. Now, if you get an impulsive move through, don't worry about it. You're gonna be like, oh, I couldn't get the breakout retest, or the impulsive move. If you don't think it's gonna come back down here and retest at some point, you're crazy, especially the 100K level. It's a psychological area. It'll come back. Always does. Always does. Might be a while, but it'll come back. It was like Ethereum. I was 28, 2900. I was like, it'll come back. Let's look at USDT dominance, see what that looks like on the daily. You are getting up to an area of resistance. You did break through the 7.786, but it looks like, yeah, I mean, you are trucking up, man. It is not a pretty picture, but you do see historically there should be some resistance at this level. That's good for you if you're looking for a reversal. However, we have seen just an unbelievable move for USDT dominance, and that I think a lot of people are just exiting, right? They're getting scared. They're like, I don't want to get too upside down on this. All right, so looking at our old Elliott wave stuff. Again, I am not an Elliott wave guy. I'm just making assumptions here. We could be done. We could be starting a new trend, potentially. Or it could be this. Again, you know, if it were to follow this path, that would take us back up to about 3.5 trillion. See that rejection continuation down to the 0.786. Very similar to Bitcoin in terms of structure and getting to a Fibonacci retracement level. So that's something I'll keep an eye on. Obviously the 200 is right there in that area as well. That's gonna provide resistance. There's a lot going on, but this is an area that theoretically we'd like to see a bounce. And this is an area that I would say should provide some support. It tried, right? We got a little bounce out of there yesterday for a pretty short time, but you know, this is the level like you really want to see hold up for the total market cap. You did get a little bullish divergence there, right? A little bullish divergence on the Prime Oscillator Pro. So I don't know. I mean, here's your up reversal. Obviously that was short-lived. There's some hopium. Your true 7 is flashing. All right, true 7 is a nice little reversal indicator. When you start seeing that heat up, right? Just it's in the background here, the one that I'm looking at. So you got your main oscillator and then you got your true 7 kind of in the background. When you see that light up, that's usually a good little indication that you could see a potential reversal with that bullish divergence if you're into that kind of stuff. I look at divergence a lot less now these days, only because you can see a continuation of trend, and oscillators, they can only go so far, right? So that's why they're oscillators. They go back and forth. They can tap out, like they can get to like one side and stay there and just kind of keep hitting its head, or go to the bottom and just kind of keep bouncing. That's very much in play as well. So be careful with that, but you know, there shall be signs, and this should be, you know, if I was looking at this objectively, not like where we're at time now, I would expect, you know, some sort of price action out of this area for the total market cap, given that USDT dominance is a prominent area. Let's go back to Bitcoin real quick just to see. So I mean, it came down to the bottom of this channel, but like, I don't think that you hit maybe a super significant level. I mean, there's a little horizontal in there. There is a little horizontal. There's a range. I'd say the range goes from 91.2 to about 80. Yeah, you can take it a little bit further down. 86. 92 to about 86. Just looking at kind of like, hey, what do you see? Like sharp rejections and a little impulsive move through that area. So you got a little range there. I mean, so there's small amounts of hopium. Is there as much confluence in that area as I would like to see? Probably not, but you know, you're seeing that on some of the other charts, right? It's not one of those times where I'm like, all right, everything's lining up. Everything is in unison. I wouldn't say that this is one of those times. I think there's been some strong outflows as well. If I have been educated correctly, ETFs I think are outflows, not inflows. So that's no bueno. Definitely some institutional offloading as well, right? Tesla announced that I want to say it was in Q2 or Q3, but they offloaded a significant amount of Bitcoin. So there's people that are taking profits, right? And that's normal. You get up to an all-time high, like not everyone is in it for a 10-year plan. And you got to understand that, right? You get to an all-time high, it's an all-time high. People are excited. People are putting their sunglasses on. People are millionaires. People are billionaires. Institutions have made billions in some of them. You know, like strategy, they're playing the long-term game, but if they were to have exited when Bitcoin was up over 125,000, like they would have been like tens of billions of dollars in profit. Like it blows my mind sometimes to be like tens of billions of dollars in profit. You could have paid off all your debtors. You could have just walked away. I know, like he's got this game of like, I'm gonna hold some personal Bitcoin, still march and be that guy for Bitcoin, but just hold some personal Bitcoin, man. Just saying, shit, give me $10 billion. I'm in on that. Said I gotta come up with stupid business ideas. Oh well. All right, let's see what you guys got going on in the chat here real quick. I heard structure, please. You know it. Wick's wife. Fine 8 and 9. You lost that. It's just Wick's wife now. What up to you, lady? Good to see you. Mark Dutch. Evening to you, brother. Hope all is well with you. It's a rant kind of day. We are all username. Man, I can't even say that, Al Jr. You're crazy. FJ, what up, bro? Good to see you in the chat, man. They both abandoned me. Oh, is he talking about me and Crux? Come on now. He's gotta be. I'm scrolling. I wanna see. I had a choice of Crux or you right now. I chose it. My man. Thank you. I appreciate you, homie. Algie, I'm long. Oh, I said tight stop loss. I literally thought he said I'm long till the stop loss, which would have been hilarious. 95% all on USDC. I'm about, I'd say 70, 80% USDC, USDT. I'm pretty high on the capital right now. Kind of collecting that sweet 4% or whatever it is, 4.5%. Chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm laddering in. So while everybody's freaking out, acting like Clown Town, saying it's going to zero, I'm just, I'm laddering in. I'm not mad at getting some of these, like Cardano, like sub 50 cents, like, okay. I mean, we saw where it went last cycle. Then we saw where it went this cycle. Even if you take the law of diminishing returns, we should still get over 40 cents. So, you know, stuff like that, AVAX, I mean, that was at like 200 bucks, I think, last cycle. Didn't even get close to that this. I think it got over 100. But again, diminishing returns. It's at like 14 or 15 bucks. Like, can it get to 50 bucks again? Yeah, it can. So therefore, I'm comfortable. Maybe I gotta hold it for, I don't typically hold, but that's why I'm gonna DCA, right? I'm gonna take, whenever I DCA in, you guys will just know right now, I just take $1,000. That's my DCA. I just take $1,000 and I just DCA at key levels. And that's my approach right now. And you know, I'll bring the cost basis down. I got 2 key levels. We can actually look at that for Cardano really quick. I'm not gonna bore you guys because we've looked at it probably 400 times at this point. Obviously the concern, let's not pay attention to that because that sure as hell ain't play out. The concern that I was talking about was a breakout retest continuation to the downside is what we talked about last show. And that seems to be playing out, unfortunately. So I got in here, I'll buy again here. It's that simple for me. Brings my cost basis right there into the middle, and then I'll just look for it to go back up 50 cents. And that's it. That's my plan. Not linked to 800, fools. So there you go. None of that. None of that here. No crazy calls. That's why I don't grow, because I don't make stupid calls. Let's see, AVAX 1390. Whew. Same deal. Got your buy zone, very similar to Cardano. Fell through the buy zone, breakout retest, continuation would be the expectation. And then we're gonna go ahead and change this to green. You know what I mean. Al knows what I mean. Al knows what I mean. He got the green. All right, so we got another buy zone there for AVAX. Same deal. Comes down about $9 or so. I'll DCA in, so $1,000 here, $1,000 here. Call space is in the middle. Goes back up to about 14, 15 bucks. We exit. And then we wait for this to happen. Breakout, retest, continuation, and we can get back in. That's the conservative way, because you don't want to see it come all the way down, come all the way back up, and then come all the way down again, and then you're stuck. That's the fear. Because if it really does go down and continue to go down, it'll probably retest the bottom of this range at least, or at least get you back to where you entered, or at least your call spaces, sorry. So that is that. Let's look at Ethereum. I'll have to do some bragging for a little bit. Talked about this area quite a bit. All right, so let's go down to, let's do the 15 minute. All right, that was the 19th. Today is the 20th, so this was yesterday. There you go. So this was yesterday. Came right down into the buy zone. All right, so I took a long. Now, what I saw here, for me, was like, you know what? There's a little horizontal right here. I saw a rejection. I saw that rejection. I was like, I'm not taking this all the way back down. No, sir, not this guy. Did it continue to go up? Yep. Could have I made probably another $1,000? Yep. However, I took it from here, and then I got out somewhere around there. I think it was actually like 29. It got rejected pretty tough like. But yeah, I took that trade yesterday, made a couple $1,000. You want receipts? That ain't it. That ain't it. Let me find mine real quick. There you go. 2G yesterday, about 2 hours, sitting in this chair, having a headache, sweat. Nah, it wasn't too bad. But anyways, this is what I'm talking about though. Like, and I put this, man, I wish I would have actually, I put this line over there yesterday, and I was like, I'm definitely not taking anything past that. Let me see where this initial call was. So it didn't even make it back up. You got to bounce up, didn't even make it back up. But I did say, hey, like in the Discord, I was like, hey, trade's closed, I'm out. And that's because I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight the trend. And that goes right back to what I've been saying. Don't fight the trend, don't fight the structure. Just if you're winning the day, take your base hit, walk away. So ultimately we did get a breakdown. We fell underneath of that, but it looks like you're having a nice little push back up. Nice little push back up. That's a decent move for Ethereum. I don't know what necessarily correlates to that right now. Let me zoom out a little bit. We have like pushed through that zone before, so it's not like it's doom and gloom because we pushed through that zone. Because you can see before, there's wicks. All right, it's a range. It's definitely a range. Just trying to encompass as much as I can. So there's still hopium, really. This is fine because you're on the daily. This is fine. You get a close and you stay in the range or get above it, that's okay. So you may actually have a second hack. If you're looking at it on the daily time frame, you may have a second hack at this right here, to be honest. Bullish divergence. I don't know. Don't know that it's something I'm going to take at this point because I already took yesterday and I won the day. It'd be kind of silly to follow up on it. I would say personally, you're probably better served because of the trend right now. Looking for a short. And I don't mean right here. I just mean if you push back up and you kind of follow this channel here, especially if you push up here, you got the 200 clear horizontal at 35. That would probably be an area you look for a short, honestly. For reals, for reals. 1-800 link, not never. TradeFly has hair. Yes, I do have hair. I'm proud of like what's left. Look, that ain't so bad. It ain't so bad. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, but I got hair. A lot of my friends don't. Loves the ladders. You know it, man. Sorry if my audio is crazy right now. I have a, what is it? Lapel? I think it's a lapel. The microphone that just clips in right there. Rip to my my microphone. It's not working. Is what it is. All right. Let's look at strategy. We were just talking about that, man. My buddy was that don't look good. Actually, it's at a nice point right here. Real talk. Retesting the top of the range. Yeah. Let's do like a fib on that. I haven't done TA on this in a long time. Is this actually an area I had marked, or is that just the... All right. Let's do Fibonacci retracement level. Do from the extreme low. The low, get low, to the high. I mean, do you take that into consideration, that crazy ass wick though? If you don't take it into consideration, if you see that as an anomaly, sometimes I do, you'd be in the golden pocket. If you take it into consideration, you're in no man's land, at least from a Fibonacci retracement level. Let's go. All right, so we set a high and there's your low. Let's try that, see where that puts you. That puts you in the platinum pocket off the extreme high, and right at from that high. It's always interesting to kind of look at different levels, and then you've blown through it if you were to take it from this low, which is really like, I mean, if I was really looking at this, I would take it from this low here and then to that high, but it's already blown through it. So then it's like, all right, let's go back. Let's take in the whole picture, and that high gives you the 618. So I mean, there's some alignment. It's not what you want to see. Like, not surprising to see this, right? This looks like MYX when we were talking about that probably about a month ago. I was like, hey, if you fall through that level of support, then you're looking at going all the way back down to the highs of the previous range, because there's not a lot of volume in here, right? When people use the FPVR, when they use that, right, what you would see right here is probably a gap. Like, you'd see like extended, bars coming out, and then you'd see like this little like gap, and then you'd see extended bars coming out again. So what we can do is we can put a fixed range volume profile on this one right here. And that's one of the reasons I don't even use that anymore, because like you can look at it, you can look at the price action, you can just see it. Like, there's no point in clogging up half the damn chart. All right, let's see here. How many of you guys on right now? Let me see. Am I just by myself? Nope. A couple of you. A couple of you on. All right. So let's do fixed range volume profile. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Let's get rid of that. It's about where it broke. Yeah, so you're coming down to the high in the POC, right? I know some people like that naked POC, so there's a lot that's kind of lining up, depending on where you take the fib retracement level, right? You can fit the narrative, obviously. If you kind of X-nay, you know, that long wick. And that would put you in the golden pocket along with where you have a naked POC, value area high. I mean, that might not be a bad spot for a bounce on strategy. That's a pretty gnarly pullback. If you take from high to where you're at, I mean, I'm sure not many people bought up here. You can see the volume, but my Lord, 68%. That'll hurt. That'll hurt. What about from that high? 62%. Don't put your grandma's funds in that one. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let's look at Tesla, sub 400 right now. That's coming down. This is the area I'd be looking for. We've already got that marked out. We've had that marked out for quite some time. It basically, we've had it marked out and this thing just kind of like climbed up over. It's like, hey, watch this. It's doing a trick around my box here. But yeah, I think it's very realistic. Come down here, retest the top of the range, kind of per the norm. You got some other confluence that's kind of working its way up, but I think it's a realistic area to see a bounce, come back up, retest the bottom of the range there. You just gotta look for that buying pressure coming in as it comes down. Currently on the Prime Oscillator Pro, you do have a reversal candle, True 7 flash. I mean, it all points, at least the oscillator points to you getting some love here, but I wouldn't do it personally. I would have no interest because look at this. It came back up. Look at this last candle. This last candle tells you a lot. So here's the bottom of your range. Retest the bottom of the range. Rejection. I think that brings you back down to this level. And that level is sitting at about 367 to 370. That could be an opportunity to see a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of love out of that area. Let me go ahead and get rid of that because that has already played out. So now we're looking for something like that. Now the problem is you could see this before ultimately seeing that. And that stops there. All right, so you come in, you bounce at about 390, or not bounce, but see potential rejection there at about 394. And you kind of bounce back and forth, looking for ultimately that move up. So that's what you hope for. But I mean, if you zoom out a little bit, I think that's in play. But what you don't want to see is it start stair-stepping down, kind of like Ethereum, right? Looks very similar. Stair-stepped, consolidate it, stair-step, consolidate it, stair-step. Not even stair-step, I think it dumped. So. All right, let's see what you guys got going on in the chat. Coming back to the chat. Down with the strategy Ponzi, you know it. He's showing his device. Oh gosh. 50. 50? All right, where did this start? Who started that? Who started that? USDT dominance might see a little bounce back up. I hope not. I hope inverse of what you're saying right now. For 50, oh, so JR started that. All right, man. All right. Over 50. See, y'all ain't right. He's showing his device. I don't know what you're talking about. I have a poster of DDT on my wall. Oh, that'd be so funny, man. That would actually be hilarious. Market makers are coming for Saylor. He's the biggest threat to crypto. I mean, he's competing with institutions in terms of how much Bitcoin he has. But the thing is, like, how are they coming from him? Because if you think he's going to get liquidated, that's not the way it's structured. It's a common misconception. He's not going to get liquidated. So, and he has time to pay that money back. Now, I think there's, I don't know. I would like to say smarter strategies, but I mean, they've already made billions of dollars. They have billions of dollars of profit. I don't know. All right, DeJongo, take it easy, man. I said you weren't even 40 after. There you go. That a boy. That a boy. Give me some love. I will give you a hint, though. I am between the two of them. I'm not going to say where at. I am between the two of them. Hold on. Yeah. Between the two of those. It's going, bro. We are so back. Sandwich. Y'all dirty. Got 2 pieces of white bread. Some salami in the middle. Gosh. What movie is that? Bulletproof? I think that was Bulletproof. Adam Sandler. Let's see. Let's look at the link real quick. Ooh. Link's in a nice spot, huh? I might, yeah. This is a good level, I think, for Link. It's far from 800. Almost made it. It almost made it. But I'll take 13. Let's do some math. This is gonna be fun. Let's do some math. 13, 17. Let's look up a calculator. Let's do a free one. This is how TradeFly got hacked. He did a free online calculator. Next thing you know, he had no money anymore. All right, so let's say we take a G dizzle, divide that by 13. Actually, let's do 14. Let's do something. Let's make sure covered fees, all that stuff. Divided by 14. Okay, 71. 71 times 800. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, follows orders of operation, I guess, already, so nice. $57,000. That will never happen. Never gonna happen. Let's go back to the charts. What's realistic? I mean, if it continues this, right? This doesn't look terrible. I would say conservatively gets back up to about 20 bucks. 20 bucks is a nice round number. Got a nice little horizontal in that area. You'll probably struggle with the 200 initially, but ultimately, can you get back to 20 bucks? Chainlink? Hell yeah. Like where you DCA into Chainlink though would be the question there. You take the top of the range. So, I mean, time now, maybe top of the range and bottom of the range. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. I mean, if we see $5 Chainlink, so I mean that would have me in 7, so 14 right now. Okay, let's do this. What's this at? 5. Let's use round numbers as best we can. 8. So 5, 8, 14. 14 plus 8 plus 5. Cool. We'll divide that by 3. If you guys don't know, that's how you get an average. So you'll have a call spaces of 9. All right, so God, that would be sweet, man. So if that goes up to 20, I mean you're 2xing your money. 2xing your money. So you turn 3 into 6. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. And that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I think right now that's just the conservative thing to do. Like, I'm still gonna sling some money around on trades, right? We bounce around in here, we see some consolidation. Why not? Oh, by the way, I was called out at some point. They're like, oh, your thumbnail says 6-figure trades. The trade was worth 170,000 yesterday. Granted, I only made 2,000 bucks, but I went big. Threw some money at it, threw I think about 10K, just under 10K, 20x leverage. But I had a pretty tight stop. Like, my stop was only, I would have lost 1,000 bucks. Or 1,000 or 15. I think it was 15. I would have lost, no, it was 1,000. It was 1,000 bucks. It was 1,000 bucks. It was pretty tight. I didn't give myself a lot of room. But I was confident in my level. Ondo. Oh, I did want to buy, I think I'm going to buy some Link. Hold on. I got to log in. Can't be giving you guys my my logins. This might take a second. I don't even remember my password for Coinbase. You got so many damn passwords. Like, how do you remember them all? Let's see. All right, there we go. Of course, authentication. All right. Skips a doozies. I think about Coinbase is so damn expensive. All right, Link. All right, what's that gonna give me? Cool. Boom, boom. I guess you guys want to see that. There you go. That is happening. Link to 800, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm all in on that. Wonder whose cost basis is better. All right. That's wrong. I quit playing. All right, yeah, but I'm all right with that. 13-2, ladder into a positional link. I like link long term. What else we got? Ondo. Yuck. Yuck. Gosh, man, it looks so bad. Why? What do you guys know about Ondo? I can learn some stuff from you guys. Like, I thought Ondo was supposed to be legit. Crux was all about it. Boy, I tell you what, though, it lost this fixed range volume profile. Retested the bottom of that bitch and said, see ya. I ain't never coming back. Good Lord. Oscillator looks like trash. Can't even get over the median. Disgusting. God, I'd hate to see bear market lows, right? What? Goodness. All right, well, here's your hopium. That one wick. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I did buy some Ondo, but I don't think I'm gonna buy more here. I don't know if that wick does it for me. Especially seeing this wick come all the way down. Hey, let's see. That's tough. There's just not a lot of historic. What is this, blowfin? Let's get something with more historicals. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of that altogether. Ondo blowfin. No. Let's get something with some more here. Market cap. MEXC usually gets stuff early. I do like MEXC. Like, I don't, not the exchange, but that's dominance. Sometimes they have one that's just literally the whole life of the coin, but I don't see that right now. All right, we'll just add MEXC. They usually have the most historicals, typically. Them are Binance. So I mean, that doesn't give you much more. Yuck. Looks like you got a little range in here, which is actually much bigger than it would appear. There you go, 32 to 38 cents. I bought it like, I think it was like 56 or something like that. Right here. Like I almost caught the bottom of this one right here. Move back up. I'm like, I'm the smartest man in the world. And there it goes. Now I'm a dummy. So yeah. If it does move down here, that'll probably be where I add to the position. It's a spot bag. I'm trying to hold some Ondo, AVAX, little Cardano. I mean, obviously, I will have Bitcoin, but just trying to hold some other strong players. It sucks getting on here every day and be like, this sucks. Man. Wick, what up, bro? Good to see you in the chat, man. Looks like wifey's in trouble. Hard at work, huh? Uh-oh. You got caught. You got caught. Internet got you. 45 days, yeah, man. I mean, when it moves, it moves. That's what I always say. When it moves, it moves. I mean, look at Ondo. Yuck. But it's crazy. Like, I know the euphoria that was happening here in 24. I remember that. Me and FD were screaming, like, for people, like, take some profits. Y'all remember that on the nightcap. Trying to see what else there is. What time is it? 2:16. What time did I get on? 1? Let's look at Doge. Look at Doge and then wrap it up. You're in a buy zone for Doge. Doge is not something I'm super interested in holding. I mean, not that I hate it. Just not something that has a lot of utility for me. It's the OG meme coin. That's why, you know, I have interest in it, but I'll probably still trade it here and there. But again, this wick is what I think crushed everything. This event right here just fooked the market. Really did. It turned sentiment even shittier than it already was because everyone got liquidated. And that just pushed a lot of people away, I think. But you know what's going to happen. Big money will flow in and they'll just buy stuff up. But I don't know, like, are they really going to be interested in Doge? Or is Doge just going to be riding coattails? Because, like, it doesn't have the same appeal it used to have, right? Like, you don't have this crazy community just pumping it. Like, kids aren't talking about it. Kids don't even care about it. Like, my boy and his friends, they don't give an S about crypto. They do not care about crypto. No interest. Zero. So it's like, it's almost like it's creating this like gap, right? All right, I think that's it for me. I've given you doom, I've given you gloom, and I've given you more doom, and I've given you more gloom. Big thing today though, hey, be safe. All right, that's the biggest thing. You know, like, talk to me in the Discord, come on over, like, talk to me in the general chat. I don't really care. I think times are kind of tough right now. And I ain't making nothing from any of it. So what I think I'm probably gonna do, I'm really leaning towards this. It's not 100%, but I'm leaning towards it, is just open the Discord back up, make everyone go through an affiliate link at least at a minimum. That helps me filter out some of the bots and the nonsense as well. If you can't take the time to just go through an affiliate link, then you really don't care that much. Not saying you have to do anything with the affiliate link, just sign up through an affiliate link, UID number, and then I think that's probably what I'm gonna roll with. Because I mean, really, like, full transparency with you guys, it makes like a couple $100 a month in the Discord. So like, is that really worth it? Like, we can grow, we can be a community. We'll probably make more through the exchanges, to be honest with you. Because some people will probably use the exchange, because I'm gonna give you guys a discount regardless. Like, what do I have up here right now? On the, let me look real quick. 20%. I'm gonna sweeten it. If I do that, I'm gonna sweeten it. I do 30% on BitTuneX. I can't do it on all the exchanges. I can do like VIP on some of the exchanges, which ends up being about 20-30%. But for BitTuneX, I'll just do 30% across the board for everyone that joins, comes through the comes in the Discord. Shit, man, that's a good deal. So, and that'll be the way you can support me. I think that's what I'm gonna roll with. I'm tired of trying to hustle. It's silly. And then I can have more freedom too. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, be safe, be smart, honor thy structure, okay? If you're getting into a long position, understand, hey, the structure, the trend, you're fighting the trend right now. So in and out, in and out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There's ways you can stay in. If you do see breakout retest continuation, you can get back in, you can jump back in on some trades. But right now, it's trending down, okay? So like the setups, your bias, until we see something different, the bias should be towards shorts until we break this structure or the trend reverses. And it's pretty much that simple, you know? So again, be easy. You know, if you got the capital, if you got the ability to DCA, turn that thing on. Like it's time, right? You're at key levels. I gave you some buy zones, so we're looking through stuff. If you're into Doge, if you're into Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you're into, you got some levels where you can DCA in, and you can bring that cost basis down. And then you know, you wait till you get that push up again. It'll push up again, just like we said, it'll come down again. It'll go up again. It comes in waves. That's why I like LBC's logo, man. He's got the waves because that's what it's doing. It's always waving. It's always waving, man. So don't give up. That's the biggest thing. If I can give you any advice, don't give up. Do not give up, because the minute you give up and you start like empathizing with yourself is the minute it goes up. I can't tell you how many times that's happened where it's like, damn, like I read it right to a point. It did end up going in the direction I thought it was going to go into. This is why I've kind of changed some of the ways that I enter into trades. You guys know the drill on that. But every time I've given up, it's screwed me. To be honest with you, whenever I was like, damn, like, cause you know, I have stop losses and, you know, and there's been times where I got liquidated on trades. Like I'm not perfect. And you get upset with yourself, and then you get tentative and you don't want to get back in because you don't want to experience that again. And like some people they're a little too prideful. I know I was at times. I wanted to be right. I wanted to prove people wrong. And that's done nothing but blow up in my face. So now it's, you know, you just got to be more measured and like honor your stop losses. If you got a stop loss, honor that. Have a plan. You know, like, okay, cool. Where's my next opportunity? If it does this, if there's a reaction, does it go down to another significant area of interest, a level where you have confluence, or does it push back up and you get a breakout retest of a level? So, but you know, you just got to stay on top of it. And like, you know, just don't give up and don't over allocate yourself. If you're feeling sick to your stomach during a trade, you're shaking, you're nervous, your eyeballs are turning red because you're staring at the screen, you got too much money invested. All right, and I've been there. Staying up all night, staring at my phone because I was in a big trade. Not healthy, number one. Number two, man, I was over allocated. I had too much money in the trade. And you save those. You save those kind of trades for when you have high conviction in something. Yesterday was that day for me. You know, I was looking at 28 to 2,900. I screamed for that months that I knew that we would see an initial reaction to that level. That's what we got. Then we revisited it, then we fell through it. But the initial reaction part of it, I was there, I was ready, I was on my computer, I took the trade. But that took months for that to play out. And I just so happened to be in the right place at the right time to jump on that trade, because I wouldn't have been able to take that trade. I could have probably limited into it, but it's just not my style. It ruins part of my entry criteria. And that's part of it too, right? Like start developing a strategy for yourself. Like have some kind of entry criteria. Like for me, like one of them, like I got to see liquidity get touched. If I don't see liquidity get touched, I'm not taking a big trade. I will take trades, but I'm not taking a big trade, right? Where I'm going, you know, $10,000 of margin, you know, like that's something different. So I don't know. I hope y'all enjoy the show. I hope y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Thank you for being here, especially those that are actually here. You guys are family. I see you in the chat. Much love to you guys. So I'm out. As always, trade safe, be safe, take it easy.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.